Alright, hello and happy Saturday. We are finally back. After a month of just bad luck with Horizon Forbidden West. Took us literally about 4 weeks, but we're finally back. Alright, let's swap over our music here. And while we load up the game, I have made some changes in the background. I got rid of Say It Live because apparently it just doesn't work. So now the text-to-speech option will be available through sound alerts only. It should be one of the very top options so that it can't be missed. And also, apparently, I didn't need to buy myself
You
some
stupid.
bits. I am stupid, but that's okay. How you doing, Petito? Oh, I didn't want to go through here, actually. So yeah, I bought some bits and I didn't need to. Because I went to check my balance afterwards and I saw I still had the full amount that I purchased. Which means I can just use them willy-nilly. So that's comforting, at least. So let's try this again. Let's see if it actually works this time. While it loads.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
If you walk...
Nah, we're good. Okay. Oop. Oh, there's a time. I heard nothing. Cannot cheer at my own channel. Well, I guess that makes sense. Alright, let me go to a different stream real quick. Okay, I didn't spend any bits again, so that's good at least. Let's max out the volume here. Actually, the alert didn't even play. That's strange. Alright, let's test this guy out.
Grab the stick and twist it!
Alright, well that worked. Why was it so loud? Okay. Sorry, bear with me here. nothing is happening again. What is it about text-to-speech that just refuses to... Oh. What do you mean cute? Petito, are you there, or are you lurking away from everything right now? Because I'm curious to know what it looks like from your side of things. Hey, Diversion. Welcome on in. How you doing? So right below the, are you on desktop? Doing okay? Drinking and wowing. Sounds like an awesome Saturday night. What are you drinking this evening? You are, okay. Right below the stream, it should be on the left-hand column. Do you see the... You're drinking whiskey, nice. Do you see the panel for sound alerts? Is there anything there on your side that says anything about moderation? Okay, you see it. Does it say any? For some reason, the text-to-speech isn't working, and I don't know why. Actually, while I'm trying to figure that out, let's see if... We're gonna do the dick twist guy again here. We'll see how loud that is. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Grab a stick and twist it!
Okay, it is lower. I reduced that by like 2/3. Dear Lord, that must be loud. Skip will love that one. Yeah. Well, that one I added because I laughed really hard at it. The one that I think that Skip's gonna like is this one here. Hold on, let me... Apparently I need to adjust the volume of everything here. There we go.
My dick is uncomfortably erect.
That's the one I can see Skip using, if anything. Damn you, Archer. I just see a button to revoke permissions. You don't see anything about moderation? Nothing about a queue or anything? Alright, we're gonna try it one more time. See, it's playing it. Nothing. That is so frustrating. Okay, well, I guess I have to disable it for now. Hold on, maybe there's a moderation thing here. Okay. Alright. I got one more thing here that I can try. Let's see if that made it work.
Big roars.
Okay. Alright, there we go. It finally works. Okay, we don't have to disable it. Thank goodness. By the way, that was the female voice. What does the male voice sound like? Nothing. I saved it, did I not?
Bigger roars.
Oh, there we go. It just took a while. Okay. Tech support with Panda. Yeah. That's right. Except I'm the one in need of tech support. So why did it go off as soon as I... Was that just a bad timing thing? Okay, we're gonna do that.
All the roars.
Okay, alright, it's working now. Are you about to play I goofed again? I already know I'm stupid, okay? You don't need to tell me every time.
You stupid.
I knew you were gonna do it. Alright. Text-to-speech works now. I'm not gonna change the voice again, because apparently there really isn't a difference. And it's working now. I don't want to break it. So, alright. We're leaving it alone. Getting to the end of this game tonight? I doubt it. We're definitely not early game. We're in late game, but it doesn't feel like it's end game, so I don't foresee that happening. Maybe within the next few streams. Alright, apologies for the slow start, guys. I just wanted to make sure that test it out right in case anybody actually wants to use it. So, it works. I'm done. I'm happy. I'm ready to move on. What are we doing? Aloy has a plan to end Regala's rebellion, defeat the Zeniths, and rescue Beta and Gaia. But first, she must reunite with her companions and lay a dear friend to rest. Yeah, okay. So, we tried to merge Hephaestus with Gaia. It's happening now because it's a slow process, but they were essentially kidnapped along with Beta. We ended up losing Varl. We met up with a Zenith who is a little more humane, who doesn't want to see the end of the world and wipe the slate clean, and we're coordinating with her to attack the Zenith base, I guess. So
Bye. You'll miss out on a good trade.
we are regrouping back at base. Apparently, Aloy has a plan. I have no potions. I need to go to my stash. I hope I remember how to play this. shall not stop until the West is no longer forbidden. I like that. You know what's funny? It's called the Forbidden West, but I felt very welcomed here. I mean, not the Zeniths. They aren't the most welcoming people, but the Western side on the whole, yeah, I haven't really had too many problems. I think they know.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey, can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right, so what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them, they took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Which we will definitely do. We can talk, though.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tanaks.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh. Good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I.
Alright, let's see what she's gonna ask here.
So we'll be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay after losing the one they love. I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Kotallo.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked.
My penis is tingling right now.
Hey, Big Meanie! Jumping on in with his tingling penis. How are you doing tonight, my friend? I hope you are well. And how is the Meany family?
I know you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do, but are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Derval back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back. That's all that matters.
Understood.
He understands her. He doesn't question her resolve either.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Katalo tries to take on Regala's entire army by himself. Do me a favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
I'll do my best.
Alright, yeah, let's get to the stash before I forget that that's what I want to do. Or resupply. Large, medium, there we go. Oh, or I guess we can talk to you.
Do you have a moment?
Sure. In a second here. Tired, Bibu woke up and chose violence today. On the warpath, eh? But we're having a blast with her. We're doing well. That's good to hear. Hope you're doing well too. I am. Making some, minor new adjustments to the stream, getting into some new games. You know what? Honestly, I can't complain. It's been good, so. No, not violence. Is she farming you WoW gold yet? Are you going to turn it negative, but she's almost rolling over already? Oh, nice, which is scary. She's 2 months. Wow, it's been 2 months. It doesn't even feel like it's been 2 months since she told us that she came into this world, so. She's gonna grow up fast. Time has flown, yeah. That's insane. Like, I've only heard about it, and it's like, wow, it's already been 2 months, jeez. So here's the real question. Are you gonna get her into gaming? More importantly, is she gonna help you with your gold and WoW? Of course. It was a silly question, but I have to ask it.
It's all going to be okay. We can't give up now.
Alright, Alva, what do you want?
Busy.
My studies are a good distraction. Especially after Cauldron Gemini. Varl, Beta, Gaia. Gone. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want to rob us of our future, too.
We won't let that happen.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this. For helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alva. I'll put it to good use.
What do we get? We will never know. Alright, companions.
How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Aaron seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
You can tell she's interested. Start her off with NES Mario and work upward. Gaming done proper. There you go. Dang. That's old school. We're talking, what, early 80s? Start her off with 40-year-old games. So what trouble has Chloe Price gotten into now? Well, this is the calm before the storm. No trouble yet. It's coming, though. Don't worry.
Seems like everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
Kotallo more than most. If I were this Regala, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regala still has a lot of machines on her side.
That's where you come in, I suspect.
If my plan works. Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Yep, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're basically cyborgs, aren't they? Yeah. Let's ask you about the Zenith, since that's the last thing we talked about.
Tilda, the Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
Oh, you don't have to tell her. Training.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night.
Stark contrast, for sure.
So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes. I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth. An entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted. Not unlike the Quen.
Alright,
But
she
still,
made that distinction at
there's
least.
a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly.
And deadly. Okay, bye.
I should get going. Be ready to go on my signal, okay?
I won't let you down.
I know.
Taru Protector. Wrong button. Is that an outfit? Taru Warden. There it is. Using resin-coated hard weave, this armor is designed for survivability in the wilds. Potion proficiency. Second chance? That's curious. Fire and corruption, I think that one is. Those are two that I see actively. Those are not two that I want to be weak against, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to stick with this. This is not my room. Actually, this isn't either. Where is the stash? Why is there an exclamation point over your head again?
Hey, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Tilda's the one who rescued me.
Why?
Same one that spoke to Beta when none of the others would.
Why wasn't this an
Did
option
she say
before?
why she saved you?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek.
Oh, it's the same thing.
She was
okay.
willing.
But you, where I come
That's
to hire
weird.
the, I'd be careful.
I have to...
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's not my stash. Workbench. stash. Okay, this is where my room is.
The focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. But Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away.
Is there more?
I failed Varl at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back.
It sucks that Varl was the one. I mean, you could kind of almost see it coming. Like, much earlier than even the Gemini mission was gonna happen. Like, it seemed like the foreshadowing was pretty clear. It still sucks.
All this time, I've been so focused on what Elizabeth was like, what she would do. I was wrong to hold Beta to that standard. I probably shouldn't even be doing it to myself. I'll try to do better.
Personal growth!
When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always.
I love how they really honor Rost in this game.
So Slyland's plan was to trick Regala into sacrificing her tribe in a hopeless battle against the Zeniths. It's so heartless. Hikaru, Dekka, Katalo, countless others. I won't let their lives be thrown away.
Alright, we need potions. That's the main reason why I was looking for this. Tools. My health pool isn't really large enough to need a large potion. Medium seems to work just fine, so... There we go. Alright. I'm assuming if we head on up to where Gaia would normally be, nothing happens. Where's the stairwell? I'm just leaving. I don't want to leave. There we go.
It feels empty in here without Gaia.
Alright, well, I just thought I'd check. You never know, maybe the subordinate functions are in there. It wouldn't have made sense. They're supposed to have merged with Gaia, but hey, you don't know until you check, right? Alright, let's go meet up with Zoe. Oh, there we go. Is this always here?
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and...
My penis is tingling right now.
Oh, Skip, why?
To the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds.
Also, welcome on in. Hope you're doing okay. Give me a moment here. Oh. Didn't expect her to sing.
Roots rot in snow. Still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Why? Why? Diversion, why? The timing. Alright, well, we're paused now. I'm here, you can start winning. Oh, well, we're recovering from a loss right now, but we will soon. Felt like great timing. It was. So, alright. So I got stream alerts working, Skip. I don't know if you're going to see it because you're usually on mobile when you're here, right? If you're on desktop, though, underneath the stream, you'll see the window for it. You're a mobile bitch? Alright. So you heard that one. We were discussing which ones seem more suitable for you. So there's the grab his dick and twist it. And then here's the other one.
My dick is uncomfortably erect.
Which one seems more like you? And actually, while I'm in the menu here, let me reduce the volume so no one's eardrums gets blown away. I'd rather have it be too low, and I can just play it again, than too high and nobody has speakers or ears. That would be bad. There we go. Okay. Unless I'm shooting faces while I'm oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, Lord. Well, I've had my dick uncomfortably erect, so that one. I knew it! Oh, God. The other one I added because it made me laugh. There we go. Okay.
So it is with us.
Thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. 50. I don't remember how much it cost.
Child, Aloy.
Oh no. Varl was gonna be a
going to
dad.
tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
Craft the Sunwing override. Alright.
Training to a nice goal here.
I mean, that seems like a great way to make a grand entrance, but seems like a good one for when you're facing a boss. God, really? I'm still salty you're gonna have an analog pocket and I'm not. I think they're still available for pre-order. The SGs and the NTs are sold out now, but I think the pockets are still available. And I went onto the site earlier today, actually, and apparently, they are coming out this year. Like, it's been a while. I kind of, for a little while, actually forgot about them, to be honest. Yeah, the version forgot about him, too. Yeah, alright, nobody got money for that. Oh, okay, yeah. That's fair, to be honest.
I was thinking you could spar for a bit. When you have the time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
There might be a way to deal with my anger.
Yeah, beating the crap out of me makes you feel better. I'm all for it.
That's the spirit, Aaron.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Akaro?
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay.
I mean, we might be even further along than I expected, so diversion, we might... Oh, okay, it's almost 10. That means 2 hours. We're not going to be done in like 2-ish hours, but it's going to be close. Might be done next week.
How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Aaron and Katalo have fought them before, so...
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Aaron moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
Poor Aaron. Zenith.
I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tenakth. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets.
Alright.
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
That's all you can do. Alright, let's go fabricate things. Finally, a use for this machine. Ravager override. Oh, I can make them. Interesting. No cost? How convenient! Plowhorn. So is... oh wow, okay. Is that how you get them if you don't do the cauldron then? Is that the idea? Primary nerve. Yeah, we may as well do that. Finally get Ravagers on our side. Yeah, Iota. Gemini, Iota, Mu, Tau. Yeah, they all have a cauldron that they correspond with. So if you don't want to do the cauldron, or if you're unable to, you can do them individually if you have the parts. Alright, cool. You have options for overrides. I like that. I just want it for GBA games. I can play Game Boy / Color on my Super Game Boy. Oh, that's true, yeah. With your Super NT, you can just plug your Super Game Boy in there and do it that way. Never thought of that. I don't have a Super Game Boy, so that would be pointless for me. Only Game Gear game I care about much is a Power Rangers Game Gear. Really? I know nothing about the only ones I know about that apparently were popular are, well, there was a new one. It's a fighter called Return to the Grid, or over something to do with Grid. And then there's like a Super Nintendo one that's like a beat 'em up. I'm not surprised there's a Power Ranger game. I just didn't know it had any kind of popularity. I don't actually know much about the game. I know Sonic games were pretty popular, but that's about it. I don't know what else there is. Fabricate these nuts. Nah, it's okay. I might pre-order the Pocket if it's still up. I believe it is, yeah. I don't know where my Super Game Boy went to. It's either in my closet or still at my mom's house in my junk, you know? I mean, hopefully, you're confident you still have it, though, right? I really need to go finish cleaning that stuff up. Yeah, I got a bunch of junk I've got to go through, too. I always mean to go through it, and I never do. You can't still order them, okay. Literally, as I said that, I started second-guessing myself, so glad to know I wasn't wrong. I have the SNES Power Rangers. The Game Gear one seemed really good when I played it. Like, as a kid, I preferred it to it. Wow, okay. I know nothing about the Game Gear version, so I don't know if it's supposed to be the same game or not, but yeah, I played Sonic 2. And I guess technically I've played Mean Bean Machine because it's been ported over into other platforms. But I haven't played the Game Gear specific version, so I don't know if that still counts.
Override installed. Now to find a Sunwing.
Go to the peaks of the base. You know what? I'm actually going to make that mob one. Screw it. I'm sure I can get another nerve.
Some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Did you see Katalo's new arm?
Alright, let's open up the door. And I guess we're hunting Sunwings. Not to eat.
Okay, I need to find a Sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
You can do it, Aloy. are different. So it's not like a... So I know a lot of games, when they were turned portable, they were just... like, mimicked versions of their TV console counterparts, but, like, scaled down to accommodate for whatever portable it was on. Like, you don't mean it like it's different in that way. You mean like it's a completely different style game altogether? I honestly, I like it when they do that. I don't like, I like that they have, like Sonic 2 for the Game Gear was technically a different game from Sonic 2 on the Genesis, you know what I mean? I always preferred that. I like the games to stand on their own. It was supposed to be a scaled down game. It came off... Oh, if it was supposed to be. It came out completely different. That's not a bad thing in my mind. There they are. We're just gonna be a sneaky snake.
Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly.
We have to be very quiet. Being very quiet means being very slow. Don't startle it. Don't startle it. Alright!
Got it.
Mount it. I shall mount you!
This is it. I'm in the air.
Oh god, we're actually gonna have to go fly west.
That's what she said.
Form a barrel roll, tap triangle. Alright.
Whoa.
Do a barrel roll.
Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolnecs. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Is that the one that was locked for the longest time? Fly to the tall neck. Alright, this is cool. I like this. It's too damn easy, Panda. What's that? I shall... And yet you did it anyway. There it is. Just checking to make sure
There's
you're
the
paying
Tolnec.
attention, that's all.
Need to get on top of its head.
Slow down and hover in place. R to ascend, R2 to descend. Alright.
Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
I think I realized who she reminds me of. Has anybody watched... Oh, which ones was it? I think it was Jessica Jones on Netflix. Yeah, Jessica Jones, possibly one of the later, or no, it was Iron Fist, the second season of Iron Fist too. There's a lawyer. I cannot remember what her name was. Oh, Jesus, it's escaping me right now. Yes, Iron Fist.
Please assume the position.
I knew you were going to do that. I can't remember her name, but she was the lawyer that ended up getting sick and was, her law firm was trying to push her out. Whatever her name was. That actor sounds like the voice actor for Tilda in this game. And it's bothering me because it sounds like her, and I don't know if it actually is her or not. Oh. Calls an overwind Sunwing to your location. Oh, I see. Everything is very glowy. Empty slot 18. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Call your Sunwing. I tried. There. I see you. No. I don't understand. Oh, okay. I see. I have to, like... Come over here. break the game. Call your Sunwing. I mean, it was telling me to use the shortcuts. I literally cannot jump off. The game is actively forcing me to stay on. So I'm hoping I can hook on. Okay. Main menu time. You said Aloy sounds like her? No, Tilda. Yeah, because Aloy is Ashley Birch, my sweet Chloe. Carrie Ann Moss is who you're thinking of. Trinity from the Matrix. Yeah, that's her. That is her voice in the game. Okay, thank you for verifying that. I am not crazy. I'm stupid, but I'm not crazy. That's good to know. Because last stream, I do remember her
You
voice.
stupid.
Thank you, Skip. She sounded familiar, and I could not place why. And as I was talking, or as Aloy was talking to her there, I realized who she sounded like. I feel vindicated. Speaking of face shooting, are you doing any face shooting tonight, Skip? I imagine you'll be on Halo quite a bit now that the new season has dropped. Which reminds me, I need to update mine. You're playing... Oh, nice! Scarlet? Or something else? Scarlet, yeah, okay. Trying to beat this limited raid. Oh, right, I forgot they've got raids in Scarlet and Violet. That's... They stream... They seem... What's the word I'm trying to say? They seem eerily similar. There we go. To... raids in Pokemon Go. Oh, we are all the way over here. Okay, cool. I love losing progress. That seems to be a theme over the last couple of days. I'm shooting hoots. Does that count? It absolutely does. You get bonus points if the hoops have faces for some reason. I couldn't save. It's not a lot of progress. I just have to re-engage this to play for Team Aloy. I'm like level 20 on Halo Battle Pass already. I need to slow down. There's what, 100? So... It's not like a leveling system where each tier becomes progressively more difficult to achieve than the last, right? It's just a straight shot. Like 1,000 XP per tier through and through? Or is there like a progressive scaling? Yes, there is 100, okay. I forgot that was a command. We got so many commands here. It's hard. It's easy to lose track of them. I played a little today, but I forced myself to do some COD. Nope, they're all 1,000. Okay, so it's all straight. Straight shots. Gotcha. All right.
Got it.
Alright, mount. Okay, you're gonna hear Tilda again.
Whoa.
Now that you know it's that actor, you'll be able to hear it no problem.
Oh, this is it. I'm in the air.
Hopefully this doesn't fail me this time.
Whoa.
rose.
Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Plus, I got 100 bonus XP per match for owning the Battle Pass. Oh, really? That's cool. An unexpected nice little perk. Usually it just gives you the premium tier bonuses, right? Pretty sure that's how it only works for Fortnite. It's just you get 2 sets of goodies every time you level up the Battle Pass instead of 1.
There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head.
It's funny, I tried so long to figure out how to get on this thing. It turns out it's story locked.
Oh, how to land this thing. Made it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
If you haven't overridden someone, use a summon call, summon it to your current position. Okay. Why was it missing last time?
Whoa!
Whoa!
I'm gonna get used to that.
It like grabbed Aloy and like threw her arm on its back. Alright, up we go. If I play the featured playlist, it's another 200 bonus per match. I don't play featured. What's a featured playlist? Like a preset list of game modes? I have no idea if there's like a... Oh, yes, there is.
Regala's rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the grove. I hope the colony and its Noct can hold out a little longer.
There we go.
By the 10, she flies!
Can't seem to go up and forward at the same time. It's like
There's the energy cell.
one or the other.
He's back. Got the cell. Now on to the grove. Pulse from the Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from the Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
This is really cool. Right now, the featured playlist is a mix of modes on only the 2 new maps. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Alright.
A curated list to kind of show off as much of the new stuff as possible then, or whatever it is they happen to want to show off. I'm guessing that's the idea behind it. Oh.
Morgala's inside. Hikara will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Oh, that's a shame.
Is that... It's Aloy! She flies in the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned! Push through!
This scene looks really choppy.
End of the line, Hikara. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala! Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
We're obviously gonna be fighting this, right? Yeah, okay.
Consume you! Try again!
There we go. Come on, Aloy.
All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
Okay. What?
Let me end your misery!
I can't get up there. She has these weird multi-split moves that absolutely destroy me, dear Lord. Oh, yes.
All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
Nora! Cry tears of fault when they should shed rivers of blood!
Where are you? There you are.
Strike at me!
Where are you?
You bring nothing but shame to your tribe! This is all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd spit it to the soul! I'll finish you!
Ow!
For you!
Everything just fell apart so fast. What is going on?
Run! Hide your...
Alright, I need to...
Catch!
There we go.
Strike! And strike hard!
There it is! Dang it. Come on out.
When you're beaten, all will see you for the cup! For you! I will paint this hollow soil with your blood!
Oh, really?
Lucky tricks. Give me that.
Is where it ends.
Yeah, it is.
Children of the heat!
Oh.
Your blade is
Feeling better.
The range will wash your filth! Is this how you... I will carve my story into you! I will tell all how... Death shall come to you!
Yeah, probably. Why is her health bar so big? Wait, what?
I'll tear that braided head from your body! Strike and strike hard!
Wait, where did she go?
Should help.
I don't know where she... Oh, there she is.
I'll end your running!
No.
Let me end your misery! You're no challenge. I once slew 3 people. This is all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd spit it to the soil! as well wash off. Is this how you... Fight! Fight until death! No challenge! I once slew 3 behemoths.
That was all I had.
I'll tear that braided head from your body! Catch! I'll finish you!
Hey! Oh my god, we survived. I don't believe it.
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
Huh. Oh, dang. We actually do get to choose her fate. That's kind of rare for this game. Choice and consequence? Alright, let's see what this one is. There's another battle ahead.
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
I am curious to know if we actually could have just ended her life there.
He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
Silence.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
Isn't he Oseram?
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Oh, new armor.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Oh, we are totally moving on. Flew on the wings of the 10. I don't know anymore. Maybe we are going to be able to beat this tonight. I might have to go a little bit past midnight, but that's fine. I need to restock my potions again. There's Sunring Call. I could have sworn that wasn't there when I was looking last time. Let's spend some skill points, shall we? I have a feeling we're not going to be doing much infiltration from now on, so let's go into Machine Master. Heartbreaker. Powered by a special mode in your focus, deals more damage to machine components and weak spots. Oh, this is a Valor Surge. Okay. This is what she was using, I think. Well, variations of it. What's down here? Splitting Spike. This was what it was. That was cool. Propelled Spike. Launch a powerful long-range spike that explodes on impact or proximity to a target. Uses up to 4 spikes for currently selected type and depletes... Oh, Spike Thrower. Yeah, that's right. These are weapon techniques. I think I have a Spike Thrower. Let's find out. I do not. So buying that skill is kind of pointless. That's unfortunate. Override subroutines. Set a machine to either aggressive or defensive behavior while overriding. Oh, efficient repair, yes please. I mean, we'll get this one just in case we come across it. Why not? Take less damage while mounted. Sure. Chain burst. Bolster your resolve against multiple enemies. Damage chains from one enemy to another within 15 meters and boost knockdown power. Nah, I'm gonna stick with my shield. Okay. I need to know if we can save. Cannot enter this location. Okay, I just saw that. Finally, Chloe makes the Bay or Bay choice.
Yeah. The next time I'm on leave, I'm heading to the road.
There's not. That's why I'm curious. I don't know if there's a lot of choice and consequence. I mean, it's pretty. The first game was pretty linear. And the majority of this game has been too. I feel like we would not have ended her life there no matter what. I feel like that would have just tailored the interaction with her, but she still would have been on board fighting against the Zeniths, so...
Straight, Cavo. Aloy. So, Aloy, you've added yet another deed to your name, and I'm guessing by the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Karja too.
Then I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
That's a big step. This is the guy that ran off because he joined Regala's forces to fight the Karja specifically, so... That's actually a pretty big deal. I need to figure out how to get out of here.
Aloy, that was some you pulled. Down in Regala's museum. The next time I'm on leave, I'm heading
Hikaru keeps his head in control of the tribe.
I kind of thought Hikaru made
Dakota, thought you'd be back at the Bulwark.
Let it be known that the Sky Clan defended the Grove today, as hopeless a battle as it was, until you flew in on the wings of the Ten, that is. We are in your debt.
You fought for your tribe, so your debt is paid.
On your way, then.
How about this song? Aloy! Everything that's happened. I feel like I need to do more.
Oh, you.
Marshal
Vera.
Vera.
What did I tell you, Aloy? You get into the craziest of fights. And I saw it with my own eyes. Best day ever.
I'm just glad I got here in time.
So what's next for you then? The scabs on the glowing island?
Soon, yeah.
Then their days are numbered. Good luck.
You up for a game of strike later?
To fly on the wings of the Ten.
But you should know that.
You are a true soldier. One strike, you ended the war, Nora.
We walk in strength.
There we go. There's my save.
Your blade be bright.
You've earned our trust.
Do you want to do a manual save just to be safe? Alright, let's go out into the open here and call our Sunwing. Scooped up we go. You see nothing. So yeah, I just tried it there. You cannot go forward and upward at the same time, which is unfortunate. Look at the view, dear Lord. I feel like we're sinking lower there. Okay. Random loading screen, sure. Never wanted to ride a pterodactyl. Here you go.
Dust haze. Storm's on its way.
Aloy, it's Kotalo. I've heard that the red scum clogging up the rivers has cleared in much of the Lowland clan's territory. But for some reason, the water around their capital, Thornmarsh, remains polluted. Something you can help with.
Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it when I can.
You know, if you told me about that earlier, I might have. But, no, we're advancing to the final battle. There we go. Theoretically, I should have beat everybody. Since no one else can fly, but we'll see.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks.
Mr. Know-It-All!
Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
Oh, that guest.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
This can only go well.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Alright, we are restocking our health items, because Regala took, well, all of them, before I figured out how to actually, you know, not die. You know what, we're gonna go large this time. It does overheal. Excess overheals up to 525. Yeah, I mean, we're in the home stretch, why not, right? Sure. Do we have our full berry? We have our full berries, okay.
With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win.
No. So he gave me a face paint. I thought he was gonna give me, like... Oh no, he did give me an outfit, okay. I still don't know what that element is. It looks like it's supposed to be water. Let's see if we can edit this. Yeah. Purge water. Whatever that is. Let's see if we can upgrade it at all. Our workbench isn't in here. I don't know if it's gonna automatically... Alright, well, whatever. We'll keep it aside for now.
You know, we've never played Machine Strike together.
Oh, no. I got had enough trouble with Catalo, always kicking my ass.
Who says I'm any good at it?
The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro. Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space slugs down.
Did you need something?
There we go. Pardon me. I'm guessing not, since there's no upgrades here. Sure, why not? Alright, that's everything. Trap crafting? Canister of highly concentrated purge water strapped to a wooden stake. Once placed, detonates on contact and when shot, creating an extremely powerful purge water explosion. I still don't know what purge water even is. It's not acidic because acid is its own separate thing. I think we'll stick with our current gear.
Raiding party!
Arma! Raiders, welcome on in. How you doing tonight? Thank you, Potato. What were you playing? Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. And I knew that because I was in your stream earlier. Hey, Wendigo, welcome on in. How are you? There you are. Arma, how was Dark Souls 2? And even more importantly, what would you like to celebrate the raid? What kind of a party slash rave would you like this evening? You got your first great soul. Nice. Congratulations. You found Havel's arm? Like, are you saying arm as in weapon or like his literal arm? Longman? Alright. We gotta get some Longman going on here. Once I find it. There it is. Get ready for some sweet, smooth jazz, guys, because here it comes.
Long, long,
I always forget how sensual that sounds. Arma, thank you again for the raid. Oh, armor. Okay. That probably makes more sense. I mean, I'm sure his arm would make a fantastic weapon. Sorry, I'm picturing that. You're running around in Dark Souls 2 with, like, this flailing arm. It's just slapping people with it. Oh, God, that's hilarious. Doing good, about to hit the hay. Alright, well, I appreciate that you came along with the raid, Wendigo. I hope you sleep well. So for anybody that is unfamiliar with this game and might want to play it at some point, we are in potentially the home stretch of Horizon Forbidden West here. So if you don't want spoils, there's your warning. Alright, have a good night. But first, we're talking to different companions. So, what did you think of, I don't even remember what the area is called, but, with all the statues, the breakable statues that shot, like, poison darts at you. And it was beneath what looked like Blight Town, but isn't Blight Town.
All right, you enjoyed that as much as I did. It's good. You seem to be having an easier time with this game than I did, so I'm always curious to know how what other people's opinions are of different sections that I especially struggled with. Those statues are the biggest pile of hot garbage cancer I've seen in some time. Yep, you didn't like it. And coupled with the fact that there were weird, it looked like giant facehugger style alien things going around, and one or two summoned spirits that try to murder you every time. It was just, yeah, that was one of my least favorite areas for sure. The funny thing is, everything was pretty cool, just those statues were awful. I agree. Definitely. Absolutely frustrating. And I mean, there were safe zones, and you could kind of dodge it if you could anticipate it. It wasn't a good time. So, lamprey facehugger worms. Yeah, they were nasty looking, and they were high damage, and they could take a couple of hits too. It was not fun to deal with that. I was very glad to be done with that area when I finally did. So. Did you explore any more of the fog? I spent a good amount of time in there looking around, and, well, eventually. And, didn't seem to find a lot. I'm curious to know if you might have seen something that I might have missed. Alright, Aaron, what do you got?
Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them. But Silence and Tilda are here for a reason. Even Regala.
Yeah. Enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right. I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need.
That's fair.
Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. Yeah. So, Catalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you can tell, he really is, too.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope.
Alright, bye.
I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Alright, let's see, Zoe, where are you? There you are. What's her take on all of our new friends?
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint.
I mean, we could have. We brought one with us. Nope, no fog exploration. Booby trap chest was not fun, honestly. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. One of those invisible guys was there. I checked the chest and got backstabbed. Once shot it. Yeah, you mentioned that in stream. I laugh because I know your pain. So, Dark Souls really likes hiding enemies behind corners or areas that you might not necessarily think to check right off the top. Because it's very easy for you to get absolutely destroyed if you don't. So, be prepared to deal with that again, I'm sure. I mean, you're through a huge chunk of the game. I'm sure you've dealt with it once or twice already, but yeah. It's interesting. Alright, companions.
Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Aaron and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Good way to look at it.
Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different.
Okay, bye.
I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Aaron doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
Alright, we gotta talk to Alva. I want to know what her take is on all this. Yeah, she even broke away from the array of info here.
You flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe having someone like Regala here? She seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
We're gonna try.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier.
That's the spirit?
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
That's fair. Alright, bye.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
Alright. Let's head over to here, I guess. Gaia's former room.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
Nope.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others.
But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
Oh, it's funny. People putting silence in their place.
A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Talk to your companions, optional. Alright. I guess we'll talk to everybody and then maybe we will probably call it maybe a little early. You do hear a a tang. I think he's become aware of all of you existing. He's vocal pretty much every stream now. Just wants to say hi. So yeah, we'll probably call it a little early. We'll talk to everybody. Where exactly? Oh. Floor up. There we go. Unknown. Oh, but we can't go there. I think this is where Tilda's home was. That's probably why I've got that one. Then I probably would have went straight up that way. So we'll fast travel here, and then we will save it and head over this way.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Sweet seeing Aaron try to, take care of Zoe. Knowing how close she and Varl were.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars.
Yeah.
I can hear the drinking songs already.
Varl made the right call. Bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
You know what? Let's have a drink.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah? I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
What was he... I don't understand what that was.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
Well, there you go. We finally got the drink.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
We're not playing Strike.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those specters. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look.
Okay, bye.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, Dan. How far into the game? Home stretch. Like, we're at the... We're not doing the final battle tonight. We'll be doing that next week, but it's gonna be, like, the final bit. So, if you've ever wanted to play this and don't want anything spoiled for you, this is, like, not the place to jump in. But how are you tonight?
Yeah. I watered those plants for you.
Oh, you're talking
I
to
just know
Seth.
they meant a lot to you, and well,
Thank you.
Alright, so.
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks.
Not good, not bad. Well, at least you're not bad. You do want to play the game. I'm about to finish the first one. I guess I should... I mean, I don't want to tell you to get out. I always appreciate it when you swing by. But, yeah, I don't also want to ruin the game for you either. If you intend on playing the second one, especially if you haven't beaten the first one yet, yeah, I'm talking to every character in the location right now, and there's going to be shedding some light on the current situation. So, I assume, I mean, if you don't care about spoils, then it's not that big a deal. This is the second game. The third game is just more of a VR. It's kind of more like a spin-off. I haven't played that one myself, and I don't know where it takes place in the canon of the franchise, but yeah, this is just a sequel. Forbidden West. Sorry, give me a sec here, guys. I just need to take a sip of water. Alright, sorry about that. I had to pet the kitty too. He was looking for attention, so. Alright, companions.
You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad.
She promises nothing. I guess I'll go after a while. I won't be finishing the first one for a while. I need to finish the game I'm making first. Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. Priorities and all that. Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, I just wanted to give you the heads up in case you wanted to play the second one. That, yeah, we're pretty deep into the game at this point, so... If you're okay with that, then I'm glad you're here. If you're not okay with that and need to leave, I'm glad that you could stop by. That's all. Training.
Everyone here. Training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
How is the game coming along, if you don't mind my asking?
There was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know.
That's it, alright.
I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So...
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
That better not be, like, really obvious foreshadowing. Most games these days, when the character says something like that, that's a death sentence. They're going to die. So, that better not be the case here.
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
You'll do fine, Alva. I have faith.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old?
That was so corny. Slowly, I'm looking for a job and... You're looking for a job and finishing the game. Yeah, because you were saying last time you were here that you're mostly done, right? You're dealing with some polish and you're trying to get some voice actors, correct? But otherwise the game is essentially finished? For anybody that was not here last stream or isn't aware, Dan is the developer of the game I've been playing on Friday nights called Super Shooter. So, we're just talking about his next project, which is called La Sombra. Companions.
Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Yeah, no dying on our watch here, okay?
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this
Important
Federa
questions.
you mentioned?
Sister?
She is another diviner.
Uh-oh.
One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy.
So not the sister.
I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
Sorry about that. Cat's being exceptionally loud tonight. I'm not really sure why. Alright, the Zeniths.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky.
Should be
I need to
interesting.
get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
Alright, got a few more people to talk to here. Finishing the alpha, beta will take a month at least. Okay. Only spoil so far I got is that some characters didn't die in the first one. And that's what I mean. That's why I wanted to give you the heads up. Because, like I said, I don't know how important that is for you. There are a lot of new characters here, though, too.
So, you return.
No, I didn't.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings, so ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Oh, this guy. About the weapon.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
So much for being forthcoming and generous, eh? Your plan.
Okay, so your big plan. Everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
And it still didn't work. The Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
Oh, this guy. So much for being generous, eh? Jeez. I don't like when game characters look exactly like the voice actors. No? Why's that? I'm indifferent to it myself. Honestly, I don't mind it so much because if you can't tell who it is by the voice, you can at least get a better hint based on their character model. Didn't help me with Tilda, but I guess it's subjective. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't bother me so much. It's kind of like seeing the same actor in multiple different shows, right? Like, I guess I can see why that might bother some people too, because you see them in one show and you picture them in that role, and they're in something else that's not even remotely close to the first show that you saw. When they look the same, it's weird. People like to build a small cult around the actor and not the game. I'll take your word for it. I've not seen that myself. Or, oh, you're just talking about, like, fans of the celebrity themselves. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't bother me quite so much. But I get what you mean. Alright, the Sons of the Prometheus.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Well, that's fair. Regala!
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hikaru.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakt. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
I mean, it's very cold, but you can't deny his plan. Not a cult. I guess the reason for what happens, half PR / marketing, and also it's easier to rig the facial animations to face it. I mean, that is true too, yeah. If you're using motion capture, which is a lot of games these days, setting it up for somebody whose character model is them does actually make the most sense. So, yeah, there you go. Technically, it makes it easier for them, so. And, I mean, it's still doable, obviously, to, like, I mean, Joel from Last of Us doesn't look anything like, it's whatever his name is. Oh my goodness. My mind is blanking. Well, the voice actor. Oh, it's gonna bother. No, not Pedro. You're talking about the show. I'm talking specifically about the game. Troy Baker. There we go. Worst part is I knew his name. I just couldn't. Yeah, there we go. Aloy VA doesn't look like Aloy. Yeah. There's a lot of them that don't, and there's some that do. It also helps with the actor's exposure, too. You can say that, you know, they voiced a character, and it's very easy for people to recognize that because the character you voiced also looks like you. So. Alright, the Quen.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
Oh, he doesn't know about Pharaoh. That's right. Alright. This is gonna be a big spoiler here regarding Pharaoh, so you might not want to listen to this next part. Just a heads up. I need to see Mythic Quest. I hear Birch is really good on that. Oh, right, that's a show. I keep forgetting that. I read Mythic Quest, and I imagine that game that Skip is a fan of from, like, the Super Nintendo days, and I was very confused. Alright, Pharaoh Thieves.
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Yeah. Oh, that was it? Alright, bye.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, you just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Oh, God. She's so salty.
We need to get Silence weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with it, I promise.
Good. Without it,
And now we still have to talk to Katalo. I don't know where Tilda is, though. Or, okay.
There you are.
Here's Tilda.
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
I mean, we're talking about it already, so you and Elizabeth.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me.
Hey, it sounds like this,
She never wanted
Aloy.
to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
It's not a bad series. It is good, but there's an episode that's really good. Won't spoil anything about it. Oh, you're talking about Mythic Quest. I don't actually know anything about it. I'm
I'm assuming if Ashley Birch is in it, it's something maybe fantasy related? Is it something like Critical Role, or... I've only heard of it. I don't actually know anything about it. Nothing like it, oh. Okay. See? Game Dev Studio. So it's like a sitcom? Think The Office, but with a game studio. Okay, alright. I can get behind that. In-house game tester. That's interesting. I mean, so she basically is like QA. That's cool. I'll have to take a look. I need to find out what, I've seen it pop up whenever I've used streaming service apps on my PS4 here, so I'll have to see if it's still up and figure out what platform it's on. Oh, Apple? Okay. One of the few I don't have. I don't know, maybe someday. Your house.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Your time with the Zeniths.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
The other Zeniths. Oh, there's a bunch there. Okay. We'll go into that in a minute. What's at the Zenith base?
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Silence's
Have
weapon.
you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Alright, the other Zeniths. I think I'm reaching spoiler territory. I'll join you next stream. Okay, yeah. Bye, good luck with the stream. Bye, everyone. Dan, thank you again for swinging by. Always appreciate you seeing here. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Alright, Eric.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
Yeah, he seems like the type, let's be honest. Gerard!
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Stanley?
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
And thriving. They call it New Vegas. No, they don't. Verbena?
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
The rest of them.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful.
That name sounds
She
familiar.
founded the HoloNet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch.
Maybe not.
And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Alright.
Alright, that's all of them.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Alright, that must be Katalo. Yep.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regalla's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you. All that remains is to follow you to the end. Whatever that will be.
We're lucky to have you on our side.
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna do a side mission before we move on to the final battle.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping Regalla around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you, Katalo. We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
That's nice.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
Let's ask about the Tenakth. I guess the Wings of the
Your
Ten.
people keep mentioning the Wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that.
I don't remember if I played that, but it's grayed out now, so... the Zenith.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me.
Okay, bye.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
That not everybody? Who do I have left? Talk to Alva. Oh. Tilda. So. Flower.
Well, now I know where metal flowers come from. A last-ditch effort to stop the Pharaoh plague. Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse.
That's everybody I can think of.
So many.
Yet it didn't update.
Words.
There's gotta be somebody that I'm missing here. Yeah, okay. Who's down here?
This place smells.
Oh, it's Regala!
No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. As for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
I kind of forgot she was, down here. Or in here at all. The rebellion.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dork, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed me. Betrayed the Tanakh.
How did Hikaru betray you?
Hikaru called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them. And they fled, as children before a pack of claw striders, all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hikaru ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics in mind, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy. He should have been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the sun.
At least you know when she's done talking, because she sits down and starts using her whetstone again. The Karja messenger.
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hikaru?
The quivering priest bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down. A true Tenakth would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru lapped up the priest's message. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor when he accepted. That's when I challenged him.
And lost.
His mercy was just another sign of his weakness. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid, with him on his knees before me. So with an army of soldiers and machines at my back, I returned. The day you got in my way.
Somebody's salty. Your dealings with Silence.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with Oseram mercenaries.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted a group of Outlanders?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed them. But they offered me the chance to run the Karja down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal? Would you have honored it?
Had I killed Hikaru and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with the enemy. A tribe of weaklings.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win.
She didn't like that.
Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hikaru, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
She kind of reminds me of like old school Kratos back in the early God of War days.
All right. I guess we'll both face the end soon enough.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath the sun. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew with the wings of the Ten.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
She's intense, let me tell you. There we go. Now we crossed it off. Alright. That is everybody. Let's head out. We'll grab the, Actually, I guess I don't need the subwing now. Oh, it's so bright. Alright, let's... There we go. Pick up what? Oh, rock. Oh. I think that path would actually be easier. Although that one we'd be able to fly. No, we should be able to fly here. Glide, I should say. Alright, yeah, we'll fast. Nope. Travel. And we'll give it a save, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, what was that thing that he wanted to do? Katalo. No. Those are rebel camps. Obviously not going to be that. There were only 5? Huh. Alright, well, I don't know what Katalo's talking about. He was ready to move on to something else, but... it's not... in my quest log. Oh well.
Quieter without the rain.
Alright, there we go. So next Saturday, we'll be jumping back in for what looks to be the final battle. We might finally be ready to move on from Horizon after next stream, so let's get Matito some cookies. There we go. Alright, for everyone that's still left, thank you for lurking and hanging out. Arma, if you're still there, thank you for the raid, much appreciated. Tomorrow night, we will be jumping back into some more Red Dead Redemption 2. Next Saturday, with any luck, we will be completely finishing up Horizon Forbidden West. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys then. And, yeah, have a good night.